Shonen protagonists are not known for being smart, but wait a minute, these characters say otherwise. Let's check them out then. Our number 7 is a surprising one, Naruto. When you think Naruto, do you think, oh, smart character? Well, shame on you, he is. Naruto does not appear to be highly intelligent. In fact, numerous people throughout the series always point to Naruto as being not that smart, and he is often derided as an idiot by his peers, especially by his rival Sasuke. But any fan of Naruto will attest to the fact that Naruto is, in fact, quite smart, perhaps brilliantly so, especially when it comes to battle. Early on in the series, we see Naruto, with limited powers, outsmarting his opponents in highly clever ways, so much so that even Sasuke has to give him props. Number 6 is Gohan. Goku certainly relied on his strength and relentless determination in battle. And while his son Gohan did too, Gohan seemed to have more brainpower to rely on than his father did. Gohan was usually the calm, collected fighter that could analyze his opponents and the situation well, as opposed to Goku, who primarily relied on instinct when it came to fighting. Perhaps Gohan learned this early in his life when he was trained by Piccolo, Goku's once rival. Whether or not he did, Gohan showed wisdom throughout most, if not all, of his battles. Number 5 is Eren Yeager. Obviously, at the start of Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager would not seem like one of the smartest shonen anime protagonists. He was impulsive, youthful, and ultimately hasty. Fast forward to the time skip in Season 4 of Attack on Titan, and Eren is a changed man. Eren's decision-making became far more calculated and complex, and he was ultimately way more aware of the choices that he made. Not to mention that Eren Yeager also became more skilled at manipulating and tricking people, such as Zeke. Number 4 is Edward. Probably too smart. Sure, Full Metal Alchemist's Edward often showcases moments of immaturity. But it is important to remember that this is because he is a young man, and it should definitely not take away from the fact that he is a highly skilled alchemist who joined the elite state alchemists when he was just 12 years old. Killua has the honor to be our number 3. Killua was introduced in Hunter x Hunter early on in the series, and he was one of Gon's original friends that literally stuck with him to the end, as opposed to his other teammates like Leorio and Kurapika going off on their own adventures. And without a doubt, Gon certainly benefited from Killua, not just because of his skill and powers, but his intellect as well. Number 2 is, let's roll the dice. Our number 2 is Kurama. By far, Kurama was the smartest character in all of Yu Yu Hakusho, not to mention being one of the strongest as well. Kurama always used his intellect to assess any situation he was in, and this was always to the benefit of his less intellectually skilled comrades, Yusuke, Hai and Koabara. Not to mention that Kurama was also one of the strongest fighters in the series as well. His brains and brawn were a deadly combination for anyone who was forced to fight against him. Our number is a favorite customer, Light Yagami himself. Light Yagami, hero or anti-hero of Death Note, was probably too smart for his own good, unfortunately. Light's intellect was most evident in his ability to assiduously learn all of the Death Note's rules, and then use them to his benefit. Light did progressively gain more and more strength as the series progressed, and while he was incredibly intelligent, Light ultimately lacked a moral code. Ultimately, his strong intelligence helped him get far in the series, but it was not enough to prevent his eventual demise. When all is said and done, he appears to be quite content with himself. Is there a kill I didn't talk about, but you feel or think should be on this list? Drop your comment in the section.